feels familiar? Vegas, baby. Vegas feels familiar. I think the energy of hosting the AMAs is the same energy of hosting the AMAs. This is one of the biggest nights in music. It always has been. Um, Good old Dick Clark Productions created this thing, and you just feel such a joy to be in the building because you know people that have worked so hard or have made it to this moment, and it feels light, it feels energetic, not so buttoned up, and so I'm hoping everybody's just gonna have a good time.
Smile. And let's see those earrings. Beautiful. Chin down right here. As you walk, gorgeous. Beautiful. Over the shoulder as you walk. Right side.
I'm enjoying everything, but there's several of my favorite artists that'll be on this show, from Somber to Olivia Dean, Taylor Swift, who I love, will be is nominated. Ooh, there's so many, and then there's some secret performances. I can't give them all up, but we got New Kids on the Block. That's taking it back to my childhood era, and they're still rocking. You know what I mean? In the biggest ways. I had a whole conversation with with some ladies on a plane recently who had gone to see them, and they're like, "We, I didn't think I knew the words, and then all of a sudden I'm singing every single word to every song." And I said, "Of course you are, because it's literally embedded in you at this point." So, I think everybody's gonna bring it. That's my most exciting part of it, is because it's live. You don't know what's gonna happen, and you don't know what you're gonna see. So I love live music, live performances, and how the artists feel when they're in front of an audience, which is what takes it to another level.
There we go.
And then one right here. Amazing. Thank you.
Hi, ladies.
I think classic soul R&B is always gonna be something that keeps coming back. So, when I listen to Olivia Dean, I hear a soul artist. You know what I mean? I just hear soul music coming back. So many of the artists, especially from Britain, their voices, they might as well be playing records that my mother played growing up, like they never went out of style. But I think the new artists are putting their stamp on it. They're making it their way, and they're making it um, palatable for today's audiences. So they're translating. You got, somebody like Leon Thomas, who's just, he got all of the church soul and funk that he needs. But when he gets up there with a guitar and he's just singing so soulful, he's a youngin, but his soul he has that old soul. So I enjoy that. I also enjoy hearing Madonna sing with Sabrina Carpenter. Um, Madonna is, to me, a club kid. She'll always be a club kid. Time matters not at all. It's about when when you come up how we came up, you're hanging out in clubs in New York City, and this is like, this vibe. This is a feeling, of energy, and that transmutes time, if that's the right word. It transcends time. That doesn't matter. You could go into a club today and you would feel the exact energy that you need to feel, that you would have felt in the early 2000s or the 90s or the 80s, for that matter, because it's in your spirit. And so I like to see these collaborations between artists.
We can't talk about this without talking about you and your legacy because you've contributed so much to music and just entertainment as a whole. And I know that you have a biopic that you are working on.
Ooh.
What are you looking forward the most, whether it be an awards show or anything? What part of your life are you looking forward to reliving the most through that?
I think I'm most excited maybe about just celebrating the people who you don't see. The people who helped me get to where I am. You always see the star who's in front of the camera, but you don't always get to see how they got there, and all the people who work so hard to make sure that they had that opportunity. When I think about, I remember meeting Taylor Swift for the first time at a concert because I wanted to see the show, and I got to meet her family. And when I saw her family around her and heard her talk about how she could just sit in her driveway and just write songs, you know, that's what it is. It's those people who see you, they recognize your talent, they want to protect you from the people who don't care about you, but they also want to propel you because they see where that your talent is bigger than the driveway. It's supposed to be out there in the world. And that's how my mother was for me. And that's how my boy Ramsey was for me. Shakim is for me. There's so many people. Um, Monica, who signed me to Tommy Boy and Dante Ross and Tom Silverman, like all the people who actually made it happen for me. I think they all have interesting stories, or my first producer, the 45 King, like the quirky, funny things that happened to us, and the dangerous things that happened to us that we got out of, it's gonna be a little bit of a ride. So I want people to come on and see the journey that helped make who you see today.
When I found out I was interviewing you, I went and got a silk press. I need you to know that.
Oh,
But,
what? You let me hook
as
you
as Black women, our hair is
up.
just so important to us. It
Hmm.
means so much to us. When you kind of notice that people were calling you the silk press queen,
So
what
trippy.
what does that what did that mean to you?
It was weird and funny. It's so funny because yes, I was at an award show a couple of months ago, walking backstage. It was packed backstage, and this girl was on the phone with somebody else, and she just watched me walk by. It was almost like she didn't even look at my face. She looked at my hair. She was like, "Oh, the silk press just walked by," and I was like, "What is that? What I've come to now?" It's funny to me because if you've been in the business long enough, like I have, you become all these different things through time because you continue to create new things and people recognize you for other different things. So you never are known for just one thing. And when I think back to how I didn't even have money to really afford to get my hair done all the time, and so I went and bought these kufis, which are called crowns, and everyone started to know me for those hats, those crowns. And so much so that if I took it off, people wouldn't recognize me. And that's when I started to like not wear them. And I'm like, I don't want to be a hat. I want you to know me if I'm not wearing this hat. So now I'm known for my hair. So, and people are scared to cut it. I'm like, listen, I will cut my hair because guess what? It'll grow back. It's my hair. I don't want to be trapped by it either. I'm me with or without any of this stuff. So it starts from within and goes out. So it's funny that I'm the silk press now, but I ain't mad at it because I worked hard to keep these edges, child. You know what I mean through the years. So
Is there ever a possibility or a world where new episodes of Living Single will be on our screens?
I will never say never with living single because we all love each other to pieces. We still keep in touch and we're always working on something new. And so I'd work with that same cast yesterday. It would be a pleasure.